Hey, Shalom Shalom Mishpokah. Welcome to another edition of Ray Bash's Ramblings. I'm your host, Rabbi Yehuda Ben Shomer, and this is the first part in a series that'll probably unfold over time. Won't be in quick succession, I don't think. But regarding the Apocrypha and extra biblical texts, I'm talking about books such as the first four books of the Maccabees, which coincidentally, first through fourth Maccabees, their spiritual meaning kind of lines up, and the writing style kind of lines up with the first four books of the Brit Hadesha called the Besorah, or the Four Gospels. The way it's written and the style, etc. So it's kind of interesting, kind of neat. A lot of these apocryphal books can be found in Catholic Bibles. I'm also talking about the books of Enoch and the book of Jasher, Jubilees, things of this nature. Do I think that they're canon? Well, I'm not so sure about that, but I am open to these extra biblical books as long as one takes them and filters them through the 5 books of Moshe called the Torah. Because when you filter any extra biblical text through the Torah, and whatever comes up pure Torah, whatever comes up pure scripture, keep. Whatever is found in there that contradicts, you toss out, you throw out, you ignore, or you research it to see if it is a poor translation, a mistranslation, a misunderstanding that's just been carried out by ignorant scribes over time. Because whatever is of God will line up with the Torah, and that is the true litmus test regarding extra biblical books, such as the Apocrypha, the Pseudepigrapha, and even the Pirkei Avot and the Talmud. Especially the Pirkei Avot and the Talmud. I'm not saying that they are inspired or infallible in any way, shape, or form, but you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You've got to filter it through the Torah, not through the traditions of men, but through the Torah. And I think that like the first century believers, the book of Jasher and the books of Enoch are loosely mentioned and are hinted at in the Brit Hadesha from the book of Yehuda, the book of Jude, when it's talking about the angel in the disputing with the demon over the body of Moses. That's found in apocryphal literature. Also, in regards to apocryphal or pseudepigraphal literature, the writings of some of the Talmudim of Yeshua's Talmudim, such as Polycarp, the book of Barnabas, things of this nature, because they were just only like a generation removed, if that, from the original apostles, and especially Polycarp was a Talmudim, a disciple of Yochanan of John. I think that a lot of these documents have been mistranslated, have been jaded through biased translation and interpretation from the so-called church fathers, and that's why they're found in the Catholic Bible. The first century believers looked with high respect and high esteem and high regards to the book of Jasher, because it's mentioned in the book of Joshua and the book of Samuel, 1 Samuel, I believe. Like I said, I don't have anything before me. I'm just kind of speaking off the cuff here. So, do I read the Apocrypha? Yes. And I filter it through Scripture. Have I studied different aspects of the Apocrypha and extra biblical literature? Yes. I've even written some blogs about it that you could probably find archived on some of my profiles and some of my sites. And some I might, even start, talking about in future YouTube videos. Who knows? So the Apocrypha is something that's not to be afraid of, not to be shunned, or, but like I said, even with the Tanakh, the words of the prophets, and especially through the Brit Hadesha, we should filter it through the Torah, because not filtering even the Brit Hadesha through the Torah causes us to have misinterpretation, misinformation, and misunderstandings, especially regarding the writings of Rav Shaul, because they have been jaded, doctored, and biasly translated and interpreted by antinomians, which means people that are against the Torah and who do not uphold the Torah, and they try to make Rav Shaul look as if he's antinomian and that he does not believe in the Torah. I've tackled this issue in past YouTube videos called Rav Shaul Part 1 and 2. So this is just kind of an introductory to the Apocrypha, because a lot of the first century believers did read the Apocrypha, had apocryphal literature, and did look up to and hold in high esteem some apocryphal documents, especially the book of Maccabees. To me, the books of Maccabees is very similar to 1st and 2nd Kings, 1st and 2nd Samuel, and 1st and 2nd Chronicles, because they're historical documents, and basically they're very valuable because they cover what Christians call the 400 silent years, the silent period between the book of Malachi and the book of Matthew, Mattityahu, and the Brit Chadasha. It fills in those gaps, so even the scriptures become even more one and more solidified and congealed when you put the books of Maccabees in between Malachi and Matthew. It just continuous stream and line and golden thread that is woven throughout the scriptures. And it helps us to understand the Brit Chadasha in a better light once we understand and know and are familiar with apocryphal, pseudepigraphal, and extra-biblical documents that the first century believers had and read and held in high esteem. Now, some may consider them canon, some may not, even if not, they are at best very insightful commentaries on the life and times of the 1st century, 2nd, 3rd century believers, what they read, how they lived, some of the traditions that play into some passages in the Brit Chadasha to help us to understand it better. If it wasn't for the Maccabees, we wouldn't rightly understand the passage where Yeshua goes to the temple in the Feast of Dedication. If it wasn't for the Maccabees, there would be no Hanukkah, there would be no Feast of Dedication. So these are very important books that we need to make ourselves familiar with and filter it through the Torah to come up with a correct and meaningful understanding, and to better our understanding of Scripture and of the Torah and the Tanakh and the Brit Chadasha. So thanks for watching, and I look forward to in the very near future hopefully making more videos regarding the Apocrypha and tackling maybe more specific things. So this is one of these videos that a lot of people have been asking for and asking about. So here it is, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Shalom and Shavuot Tov. Bye-bye.